The program we're going to look at today is how to make a talking picture on your iPad. Once you've made this picture, you can send it to others via email. There's no need to upload it to any other service. We're going to be using a program called Chatterpix to do this. And I'm going to walk you through the process step by step as to how to make those animated pictures from a still. Hopefully this series of still images will prevent the presentation from slowing down the way it's done in the past. So here goes. First of all, we need to download the Chatterpix application from the Apple Store. So you need to open up the Apple Store, type in Chatterpix, and you're going to get something like this. Instead of the word open, though, it'll say get. Mine says open because I've already downloaded it. Once it's downloaded, you'll find it on your iPad. This is the icon, and you just have to touch it. And once you've touched it, it's going to run by itself. The screen will appear, and then the main screen shows up, the Chatterpix main screen. You have two choices here. You can take a photo, or you can go to the gallery. Now the gallery is pre-populated by 2 or 3 items they've already put in, but after you've used the program for a while, you can save your own pictures to the gallery. The first time you use this program, the program is going to ask permission to access the camera. It'll either look like this, or you might see a message like this, but you have to allow it to access the camera. To do that, you need to go to your settings. And inside the general settings, you go down to Chatterpix, select it, and you'll note that photos defaults to being off in terms of allowing access. You need to slide it to the right so it's green so that it'll access the pictures. And it'll look like that when you're finished. Then we're back at the main menu, and now we're going to we'll look at the gallery first. You can see the 3 pictures they provide you with in the gallery. Our pictures can be added to the gallery later on. If you select Take Photo, your camera will be activated, and you'll see something like this, whatever's in front of it. If you look at the lower right corner of this image, you'll see that you can reverse the camera. So it can be the camera facing you or the camera facing away. What we're going to do is we're going to click on the picture icon here, and that allows us to go to the place on the iPad where you've stored your picture, the camera roll. And from there you're going to pick a picture. Here's the picture I've picked. Right now it's just an ordinary picture, but to animate it, you'll notice that a little dotted line appears in the center of the screen here. What you need to do is you're going to use your finger to draw that line across where you think the mouth should be so that the individual in the picture will be animated and appear to be talking. You'll supply the sound. As soon as you touch the image, you'll notice it's magnified, and you may have to try 3 or 4 times before you get the line just right. Don't worry if you do it incorrectly. You can always go back and try it again. It'll let you try it as often as you need to. And that's the picture that I think will be useful. So I've drawn a line. And the first time again you use this, Chatterpix wants to access the microphone so you can add sound. This is a one-off kind of a question. It won't ask you that again once you've said OK. And then it counts down 3, 2, 1. And when you get to 0, you're allowed up to 30 seconds of recorded talk. You'll notice that there's a microphone there. You touch the microphone and you are allowed up to 30 seconds. When you're finished, you touch this button in the middle to tell it you're finished recording. If you go all the way to 30 seconds, it'll stop for you. You can then push the forward arrow button at the bottom to listen to your product and see if you're satisfied with it.
Well, this was a surprise. I never thought I'd get this much at my birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
When you played your video and you're sort of satisfied with it, top right corner, you click on Next. There's your picture. And you'll notice the bottom of the screen, there are icons that take you to various kinds of special effects that you can choose to add. There's various shades of color that you could add. There's a close-up of some of the shades you can ask for. Also, there's frames. If you want to put a frame around the picture, you can do that. If you want to put some writing on the page, you can choose a font, and it will appear in a text block on the page. And in that text block, if you choose that, you can choose its color, and you can type in what you want. The hat represents various kinds of images that you could use to add to people's faces. This is just an example of a couple I put on the screen. If you don't like what you've chosen, you can click the trash icon and they'll disappear. You can also resize them and move them around on the screen to where you want them. So I put a hat on him. And when I finished enhancing the picture, which you don't have to, you can just leave it the way it was, I'm going to click on Next again. And you'll notice then I have the option to play it again. If I've changed my mind and want to get rid of it and start over again, I can use the trash. Or I can send this picture now elsewhere. I can send it to my photo gallery in my iPad, or I can email it to people. Here it is in the gallery. Once you've set it to photos, it'll go in the gallery, so you can use it again another time. If I choose to email it, you will notice that it'll give you a notice saying it's exporting the picture, and it will tell you when it's finished. And then this will pop up on your iPad. It's a pre-made letter form. You'll notice that the Chatterpix video is already attached to it. It's going to be sent from your email address. They've already put in a subject for you that you can change, and then you can select the people you want to send this to. So I'm sending it to myself, just as an example. And now it's ready to be sent. And I just click on the Send button. Then I have to check my email to see if I've received it. And sure enough, in my iPad email, it tells me I've got a Chatterpix. So I open up that letter, just like I would open up any letter. And you'll notice there is the attachment on the bottom, which I have to tap to download.
Well, this was a surprise. I never thought I'd get this much at my birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And there you have it. That's how you would animate an image and send it to people without having to use a third-party location. Very straightforward and just might give you a lot of joy. You don't need to actually animate a human. You can animate any kind of object.
I am the magical Coke can. I will scare people to death. Or sell a lot of Coke.